Excited to finally bring this review to you. I have been using the M2i for about 3 months and really loved this stick. Lots of good features here. We'll go over them in a minute, but first of all, my impressions and my feel of the stick, it felt great. For those of you that like a stick that is for puck handling, that's what the M2i is all about. Just in general, the RM2, the M series sticks from Warrior, much more of your puck handling stick, a lower kick point, a little bit more zip off of your passes, a little bit easier to make those one-touch passes in my opinion. And that's one of the main reasons I love these sticks. For me also, the asymmetric ergonomic shaft that they went to with this design, fantastic. I've talked about it a little bit in other videos on the channel actually since I broke my first version of this stick. I have a new glove, and using this stick for puck handling, miles better. With the new glove, with the old glove, I could tell, but it was a more broken in glove, so it wasn't as big of a deal. I went and I switched sticks and immediately felt a huge difference in puck handling when going from one stick to the other. So for me, this asymmetric shaft, game changer for puck handling, and I hope they stick with it in other sticks because it's awesome. Didn't see any durability issues with it. Took a lot of pucks off of the shaft of this stick. It's a spot where I get hit a lot for whatever reason. Must be decent blocker positioning. But it felt great. No issues there. No breakage at all on that. And it got pretty beat up. I used it a lot. Going down to the paddle where we have the Minimus Carbon 25. This is supposedly their strongest Minimus Carbon, and I thought it felt really good. It's incredibly lightweight and took a beating really well. The only thing that really stopped it was a skate. I think it got kicked as a guy cut through the crease and took a chunk out of the side, and that's going to do it to just about any stick. I would call that a freak accident more than anything. But just feels really good. I will say, if you are not a fan of a little bit more vibration in your stick, then this might not be the line for you. Personally, I grew up using foam cores, and so for me, the vibration is a very normal thing. I'm used to it. I don't mind that feeling, and I also feel that with my blocker palm now being a little bit more cushioned, I don't feel it that much anyways. It's not a super noticeable thing, but if you are not the kind of person that likes vibration when they make a stick save, then I would probably go to the V line. But for me, this is fantastic. A little bit of vibration is good. It's super lightweight. Very, very good pop off of rebounds on this stick too. That's something that I noticed. Pucks hitting it, going away very quickly, going where I wanted them to. As much as it has that flex point for puck handling, it does not impede rebound control. There's still a lot of stiffness to the stick, and it shoots those rebounds off into the positions that you want them, which is key when you've got a stick and you're making those saves. I think that that's a very underappreciated portion of buying a stick, actually. The last thing for me is the grip. Big fan of grip on a stick. I found on other Warrior sticks, especially the V series, even a couple of my M series sticks, the grip has not been great. The slide grip here is fantastic on this particular stick. Very grippy here into just a little bit of ridges on the shaft itself before we hit the shaft where it gets a little bit more asymmetrical and smooth, because that's all built around puck handling and poke checks and all of those kinds of things. So this is the first Warrior stick that I have not messed with the grip in a very long time. No grip tape, no cutting of a trigger grip, no cutting it down at all. The stick itself fits into your hand very nicely because it is very thin and it is super light due to that Minimus Carbon 25. I found that this slide grip was excellent for that and did not feel like it lost any grip over time. That's something that I have found concerning in some other sticks, and again, just not enough grip in some of the other Warrior sticks I've used. That is not the case here at all. For me, this was excellent, and I found that it really made it very easy for me to control the stick all game long. overall, my thoughts on the stick, well, I got another one. I think that it was an excellent stick. I personally love the asymmetric shaft. Just the way that it shapes feels great when you're puck handling. It gives you really the option to go underhand in a normal traditional style, or the overhand turco grip, which is where I always go. But it just feels really good making those passes. It feels like you have more control over the stick, and that's something that I really appreciate. Also, when poke checking or even going to play the puck, the matte finish on the shaft of the stick, really, really good for getting that hand to the top of the stick that little bit quicker. It's probably very nominal, very minimal effect, but it feels good to me, and something for me that feels good, I'm going to enjoy when I'm playing with it. So never a problem with that. And overall, just felt really awesome. The Warrior Ritual M2i. It's a special edition stick. I truly hope that they stick with this shaft shape, because I think that it is something that's going to be fantastic for a very long time. So if you have not already checked it out, I would recommend it. I think it's an awesome stick. Go for it.